This is Tim Willis, and armed only with a copy of OBS and a built-in laptop microphone. This is another video from the Nomad Funnel Hacker. So I made a video earlier briefly introducing what we're looking at right now, which is System.io. And System.io is a funnel builder. You can build web pages. You can do quite a lot with it. And I stated at that time that I was going to start doing some tutorials using System.io, even though my main platform is ClickFunnels, because System.io has a free version, which makes it available to everybody, so they don't have to pay if they just want to jump in, learn something about funnel building, building web pages, funnel hacking, design hacking, some of these concepts and things that we do when we build out a sales funnel. I understand that price can be a barrier, because if you want to jump in at the base level with ClickFunnels or go high level, it would be $97 to start. And going upwards, if you want to get all the bells and whistles, you're talking a couple $100 a month. Well, I decided that it would be a good idea just to have something that people could be working with the same thing I'm working with, go to these basic concepts, whether we're talking ClickFunnels, go high level, or System.io. System.io is newer. It's been around, but it's newer. And it doesn't have quite as many bells and whistles as ClickFunnels or Go High Level, but it certainly has a lot there. And certainly it has enough for us to work with. So I'm going to go ahead and create a new System.io account for myself. And that's going to not only give me a fresh slate to work with, where I'm looking at what a person that gets a new System.io account has, but it's also going to trigger all the emails that you're going to get. Whenever you do these things, it triggers a email sequence. So we're at the homepage of System.io at https://system.io/home. And you see we have a button that says start free for now. Here we're going to put in our email address. And then we have one of these annoying surveys that all these programs insist on throwing up in our face instead of just getting on with it, but we'll just have to answer it. And then once we got through the annoying survey, we're going to have to confirm our email address. And that's pretty standard for a lot of these sign-up processes anyway. So that, if you scroll down there, you get an exclusive offer on getting 40% off the $27 plan, which is the first paid level. If you want to take that up on that, you can. I'm going to stick with the free level for right now. This is probably a one-time offer, so you may not see this again, or they may offer it again on your emails you're going to get. But I'm going to stick with free offer. So I'm just going to go ahead and verify my email address. And once we verify the email, we're going to create our account, and we need a first name, last name, and a password. After all that, we finally get into our brand spanking new System.io account, and that will bring us to the dashboard. I just wanted to do a video on going through the sign-up process. And one thing about this is that in your account, if you go to your settings and then go to custom domains here on the left-hand side, you're going to see that you have a domain in here. And this is just an automatic domain that they give you so you can get on the internet. It's always going to be something.system.io. That way you can use this domain, get on the internet. You can even use it if you want to launch a product, but it's not a very good domain for that, because you want to get a custom domain once you actually are going to put product or service you're offering or whatever instead of this domain. But for right now, just to get started and work with the system and be able to preview things, we do have a domain that is provided here, which I guess you would call a system domain. Now, if you want to get a custom domain, I would recommend you use either Namecheap or Ionos. They generally have the best pricing, and I've used both of those services, and they're pretty easy to work with and set up. But that is it on that. When we go back to our dashboard, you can just play around here, see what's here. Now, on the websites, if we want to do a sales funnel per se, we see there's nothing here. We can create a new one. Pretty easy. We got to give it a name. We'll call this one Test 1. And we can give our reason to build an audience, to sell, or run the evergreen webinar, which you cannot do on the free plan, by the way. And then we can choose our currency. It's very particular about you putting the U and dot to get the US dollar. And then we're going to just choose custom to save. So now we've created a funnel called Test 1, which has absolutely nothing in it. You can see we have some choices here to view, duplicate, share, deactivate, settings, or delete. And remember, with the free account, we are limited to 3 funnels and 15 pages. So if we go into Test 1, we see absolutely nothing. See an inactive page, and the funnel is disabled. So we want to add a step. And we'll call this Test Page 1. And we've got our choices here. We'll choose Sales Page because System.io calls your first page pretty much everything a sales page, even if it's really an opt-in page. And we can start from scratch, or we can choose a template. I just want to go ahead and choose a template for now to show that. And once you do that, it will bring you to this area that has lots of templates that you can look at. You can use them as the basis to start, or use them as inspiration for what you want to build. But you have a whole bunch of them in here. And it's a good place to go and look at what to model for funnel hacking and design hacking. And so I would encourage you to look around in here, because there is a whole lot of things to look at. And whatever it is you have planned on eventually doing with your System.io account or with another funnel builder, there's a lot of good ideas and a lot of models here to work with. That's where I'm going to stop this video. I just wanted to go through the process of signing up, getting the basic setup done, and just briefly show you how you can get started working on a funnel, on a page, and where you can go to get a template to start with. So that's going to be it for now. My name is Tim Mills. I'm a certified ClickFunnels funnel builder. I make tutorial and demonstration videos on sales funnels, web page design, and the tools that we use to accomplish all of those things. That's the video for now. I'll talk to you later.